actually, as Chef Chu, as I said, I was born with a purpose and born with a mission, and I've actually become an inventor. And we've developed numerous foods over the years. In the last 7 years, I created one of my favorite products. I call this fake steak. It says it looks like a steak, tastes like a steak, but guess what? It's not a steak. You actually, what does it make? What do you make it from? We make it from beans. They said, that's some bad beans. I tell you, it literally, when you look at the product, it has a look that's like what? Like steak. It has a texture like steak, and it tastes pretty good. It's pretty amazing. Now, if you go to the next slide, we're going to find that I make something, I call it after me. I call it my barbecue sauce. And again, I'm having fun. I'm making encouraging slogans, encouraging names, but giving people, again, a reason to want to eat this way. So you can make delicious wraps that are healthy. You can make pizzas. You can make stir fries. All the things that Americans love, you can actually make them in a way that can be healthy if you but learn how to do it. So here we're looking at what? The flavor. We're also looking at what? Familiarity. Our next slide, we have another actually cool item. This is our I call it my better than chicken. I learned and I invented a plant-based chicken. Now, again, we are in the chicken capital of the world. You say, man, what is this stuff? Look at this next. We have something called our friedless chicken. It says it looks like chicken, tastes like chicken, but guess what? It's not chicken. Crispy on the outside and white in the middle. Oh, it's delicious. So it's pretty cool. You know, so again, what is it made from? It's made from plant-based sources. It's made from beans. Can you believe it? I make chicken from garbanzo beans. I make chicken from brown rice. I make chicken from soybeans, non-GMO soybeans. So I use natural products to make things what taste good. Now here we see again flavor and familiarity, but we're looking next even further. What are we doing here right here in Northwest Arkansas? We can go to our next slide. Here we have right here we're in Ozark Natural Foods and Health Food Store. And what are we doing? We're teaching individuals and encouraging them how to eat healthy. We actually in this class we was making a delicious cheese, making cheese out of cashews and carrots. Can you believe you can make cheese out of cashews and carrots? It's amazing. So you can take healthy foods and healthy items and make things that doesn't have the cholesterol, doesn't have the fat, and all these bad things. Next, we also have another, you see right here, we have a class that we're doing inside of an individual's home right here in Northwest Arkansas. So again, we want to make it mobile. We want to go into people's lives showing them how to cook this way, how to eat better. Where when somebody says, listen, you've been diagnosed with diabetes or you've been diagnosed with heart disease, there's a way out. And what is the way out? Science has proven that eating a plant-based diet, a healthy diet, can literally reverse these lifestyle diseases. So the question is, where do we go from here? Now, there's one group I don't want to miss today. Right here in Arkansas, Arkansas has one of the leading states of childhood obesity. Statistics show that over 37% of our children in Arkansas are overweight or obese. That is astounding numbers. The national rate says it's 18% of our children are overweight or obese. This number has literally tripled in the last 2 decades. This number has literally tripled. We look at this here. I was actually, keep on going forward, I was actually at a convention, and I'm actually teaching kids how to make some healthy, delicious granola. Right here you see the next slide. I'm teaching a little kid how to mix the ingredients together. He's making granola, putting his sea salt and his raisin, his nuts and his oats, learning how to make the foods. You see him right here in the next slide putting this together. They're mixing these ingredients, and these kids are excited about eating healthy. Now, again, can you blame a child for being obese or overweight? Is it their fault? Not at all. The fault lies with the parent and the one who is feeding that child. Now, I'm really excited. My first child will be born in about 120 days. I'm counting my hours. My wife's belly is popping out. I'm like, man, she's looking at her belly like, man, this thing is getting bigger every single day. It's amazing. But in about 2,880 hours, my first son, Caleb, is going to be born. Sad reality is, the sad reality is that within this same time frame, 175,000 people will die from heart disease. 175,000 will die from heart disease. 40,000 will die from a stroke, and 20,000 is going to die from diabetes, all are which, lifestyle related and also preventable. So the thing is this, what can I do? As a parent, I have a time clock that I'm looking at. When my baby is born, I have to make a choice on how I am going to feed my son. And I'm here today to encourage each person in here to become a healthy eating ambassador. I want each person in here to become a healthy eating ambassador, meaning that we can give our children life or we can give them death. And I'm hoping that each of us will say that if we can change this cycle of death, by what? By giving our bodies what it needs, giving it more plant-based foods, more whole foods, more live foods. So I'm making a challenge to each of y'all today. Take one day out of the week and become an herbivore. Does that sound okay? Make one day out of the week and become an herbivore and see the benefits. Watch how you'll be able to think better. Watch how you're going to actually, if you're trying to, we always say, we don't say nobody's fat. We always say we're either overblessed or underblessed. So watch how you may lose some blessings, you know? And that's one of my friends who gave me that as well. But the point is that we can lose some of those blessings. And I tell you, friends, today is that it's possible, but we have to be encouraged. We have to be educated. And if you go in the kitchen, especially you mothers out there, start making some good foods. And even you guys who may not like to cook, go in the kitchen and see what you can do. So I'm encouraging y'all, let's choose life. My name is Chef Chew, and as I always say, going to give you something better to chew on. Thank you.